If you don't learn this, you're gonna be beating up yourself up, going to the gym or at home, doing tons and tons and tons of sit-ups, doing tons and tons of crunches, and you're like, I still don't have a strong core, or my back now is hurting. I want you to think about the way we breathe today, okay? The way we breathe. I have a beautiful girl that I did a movement analysis with her, which means is I'm gonna adjust the little details of your mechanics and I help you create more mind-muscle connection. So I asked her to breathe, and the first thing she did, she was like, can you guess in the comments what was not ideal, what wasn't good in her breathing? Think about this. Once I put my pump, my breathing pump right here, right on my chest, right on my shoulders, imagine how much tension I'm creating if I'm breathing like this. Get it? So what I want to teach you, how to use more your belly and your core to get stronger breathing. Because when you start breathing like this in the training, you start recruiting more your abs. You start recruiting a ab muscle that you have behind the front abs that you have, behind the first wall that you have, okay, behind the rectus abdomen. Okay, so we have this tiny little muscle that we have, it's called the TVA, that every time we do big inhales and exhales, the diaphragms get connected.
Oh, Isa, you're saying so many things.
Yes, but the main thing I want to say is how I'm going to teach you how to use your breathing to have a strong core. So the first thing I want you to do, lay down, feet on the ground, hands on your belly. I love using a physical cue, anything to put on my belly, because every time I inhale through my nose, I want to see something going up. In this case, I can use a Roga, you can use your phone. When I exhale, I want to see the object going down. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now, great, you saw this. I'm going to put my Roga away. And I want to put your hands on your ribs. And I want you to see if you can see my ribs going up. Ribs going up. When I exhale, look what happened to my ribs. Look what happened to my chin. I push my chin back. Okay? Inhale. Exhale, chin. Push my chin, push my ribs. Now, do you notice that I have a straight line from my ribs and my hip? Look, now you see my hand here, right? But now it's flat on the ground, pressing on the ground. So this is the number one thing I want to show you. Now, the most important thing too is I want to show you standing up to see how would that look like, okay? And we talk so much about tuck, okay? Because this is very, very important. Because this drives everything that we do. Imagine that's why we don't do sit-ups and crunches, okay? And I want you inhale, exhale, okay? Inhale, exhale, push the ribs in. I love to tell you that, imagine when you're pushing the ribs in, it's when you're zipping up your coat. When you do this, you zip up your coat, you're pushing your ribs in. Look how funny. Have you noticed that when you're sick, when you're coughing a lot, your core gets sore? Because you were pushing in, we contract, we're recruiting your core the whole time. Do you understand? It's that easy for you to push the ribs down. Once we finish this, I want you to come here so you can learn. Once you finish, you have to have your oh shit moment. Those oh shit moments that I keep talking. You need to have this. So I want you to go to the mirror and keep practicing. Because if you don't learn this, and this is super, super important. If you don't learn this, you're going to be beating yourself up, going to the gym or at home, doing tons and tons and tons of sit-ups, doing tons and tons of crunches. And you're like, I still don't have a strong core, or my back now is hurting, okay? That's why you need to understand, and that's why we're doing this workshop throughout this whole week, so we can celebrate and get excited for the masterclass on February 3rd, because there I'm gonna teach you exactly what the things you need to do, what the things you need to stop doing, like I just said, the sit-ups, so you can build that leaner body. So we can build that body that burns more calorie at rest. So we increase your metabolism and you focus on your muscle. But if you don't do those little things, what's gonna happen? If you don't do those little things, you're gonna be training and training and training and not there yet, not seeing the results that you want.